Good day, everyone, and welcome to our virtual panel discussion on ethics in language education research. Ethics plays a crucial role in ensuring research is conducted responsibly, protecting participants, and maintaining the credibility of findings. Today, we will discuss the importance of ethics in language education research, common ethical dilemmas, decision making frameworks, and the role of AI in the field. I am honored to introduce our esteemed panelists, Ms. Ashley Kadayday, a dedicated researcher in the field of language education, and Ms. Ellen May Buhat, an advocate for ethical and inclusive research practices in multilingual settings.
Thank you, Ms. Cosmiano. Good day, everyone. I'm Ashley Kadayday, and I hold a Master of Arts in Applied Linguistics. It is an honor to be part of this discussion on ethical considerations in language education research.
Thank you, Ms. Cosmiano. Good day, everyone. I am Ellen May Buhat, a holder degree of Master of Arts, major in English Language Studies, and I look forward to sharing insights on how ethics guides responsible research in ELT.
So thank you both for joining us. So for today's discussion, we have gathered some thought-provoking questions from netizens who are eager to learn more about ethical research practices. So let's begin. So the first question from our netizens talks about the foundation of our discussion. Why is ethics important in language education research and how does it protect participants' rights and well-being?
Ethics are important in language learning research to protect the people involved, particularly in my field in applied linguistics, where studies often involve human participants. It makes sure that the research is done honestly and safely, so no one gets hurt or treated unfairly. So we need to make sure that everyone understands what the research is about and their consent to participate. We also need to keep their information private.
A great point. Ethics keeps research fair, responsible, and credible. Now, our next question from a netizen focuses on the moral principles that guides ethical decision making in research. So, how do moral principles like respect, beneficence, and justice guide ethical decision making in ELT research?
Basic moral principles like respect, doing good, and fairness guide ethical research. Respect means we value everyone's choices and privacy. Doing good means we try to help people and avoid causing harm. Fairness means everyone is treated equally, no matter who they are. For example, if we're studying how children learn a new language, we wouldn't do anything that could make them feel bad or hold them back.
Brings us to another interesting question from a netizen, the ethical dilemmas that researchers often face. So, what are some common ethical dilemmas in ELT research, and how can researchers balance rigorous data collection with participant privacy?
One tricky part of research is keeping people's information private while still getting good information. For example, you might need to change names or combine information from lots of people so no one can be identified. It can also be hard to make sure that everyone really understands what they're agreeing to because especially if the research is complicated or if they're not used to this kind of thing or it's their first time. Researchers need to be very careful and explain things clearly. For instance, again, if we're studying a new teaching method, we need to tell everyone exactly what will happen and make sure they're okay with it before we start.
Okay, now that we've covered ethical dilemmas, let's dive into the next question that asks us to compare two major ethical decision making approaches used in research. So, compare and contrast the utilitarian and deontological approaches to ethical decision making. Which approach do you think is more effective in ELT research and why?
So before I voice my opinion, which is the most effective between the two in ethical decision making, I will first differentiate the difference between the two approaches. So when we say utilitarian, the decision made focuses on the consequences of the action. In contrast, deontological, the decisions made are based on the adherence to moral rules and duties. So to answer the question, which is the most effective, in my perspective, the most effective is the deontological approach. Why? Because the ontological approach follows ethical principles regardless if the decision is right or wrong. On the other hand, utilitarian decisions are made for the good of the large numbers of people.
So both approaches have their strengths and researchers must strike a balance between them. Moving on to the technology, AI is increasingly used in research. Our next netizen asks, how can AI tools like ChatGPT assess the ELT research and what ethical issues might arise from their use?
The utilization of AI in our modern age is rampant, and we can't deny that fact. So, AI tools also play a significant role in ELT research. For instance, AI can be used for research support, such as summarizing reviews of related literature and studies. It also assists in grammatical error and misspelling. However, if there are benefits, there are also a negative
Oo,
impact,
Rokon.
like the issues of accuracy and reliability, also biases and plagiarism. Using AI tools as content
Ay, kon,
lessens the
dyan yung background ko
accuracy
do,
and
Rokon.
reliability of research.
Ito
Additionally, it
subscribe ko na.
also promotes biases, and
Oo.
worst of all, it might be considered as plagiarism since they don't have originality.
Okay, that's an insightful perspective. Since language research often involves multilingual and multicultural settings, another netizen asked about cultural sensitivity in research. How can researchers ensure cultural sensitivity and fairness when conducting studies in multilingual and multicultural contexts?
To help learners in conducting multilingual research, here's my tip. So, number one, the researchers should study or be familiar first with their culture and language. Just like in studying other languages, one must understand their culture first before learning their language. Second, ask for their consent. Researchers must ensure that the participants of diverse cultures are aware that they are part of the study. And third, make sure to utilize inclusive research design, such as interviews, surveys, and observation. And last, the most important, practice ethical considerations. The researchers must ensure that before, during, and after the study, there will be no violated rights of participants.
Very well said. Finally, one of our netizens asked about the importance of transparency in research. So, why is it important to report research findings honestly and transparently? And how can researchers avoid misinterpretation or bias?
This is a good question, ma'am. It is really integral that research findings are honestly reported and have transparency because it ensures research integrity, science integrity, accuracy, and reliability, and most importantly, enhances the public trust. It is necessary that all information presented in the research findings are authentic and accurate because many people will see your research and they might use it as a review of related studies in making their research. Additionally, they might enhance your study at a different level.
Okay, thank you very much. So, this discussion has highlighted the critical role of ethics in language education research from protecting participants' rights to ensuring responsible decision making. We have explored the importance of ethical research, common dilemmas, decision-making approaches, the role of AI, and cultural sensitivity. On behalf of our panel, I would like to thank Ms. Ashley Kadayday and Ms. Ellen May Buhat for their insightful contribution and to our audience for joining us today. So we hope this discussion fosters a deeper understanding of ethical research practices. Thank you.